morning everyone and happy Monday. Welcome back to my channel if you're new. If you are new, my name is Alicia Gogan and do not forget to subscribe because over here we like to work on our physical health, our mental health, our emotional health, our lives becoming the best versions of ourselves. And this week is going to be another week of becoming the best versions of ourselves through working out, through fitness, through moving. I am definitely in my spring awakening, changing up some of the workouts and the things that I do, and also just being really consistent with moving every morning. And I have learned how to get out of my own way and just be consistent with movement the way that I used to not be. I used to be somebody who was such a perfectionist. I would do like one type of workout, like weightlifting, and I'd be super strict on myself. I would make my workouts really, really hard, and if I couldn't get into the gym, then I would just not move my body at all, and that is not how I live my life anymore. I live my life very cyclically. Every week is different. I get out of my way and out of the stories. I identify as just somebody who moves, and I just want this video to be motivation and a reminder to you guys that movement doesn't have to be hard, but also that you need to get out of your own way. Not every single week is going to be the same, and that is okay. So with that said, today we're going to my condo gym and we're gonna do legs. I tend to only go to my condo gym when I'm doing anything with weightlifting, and then I do different classes, I move my body, things like that, which I'll show you this week. And when it comes to weightlifting, especially like my leg days, I try to keep it to two main movements while just focusing on my form, increasing my weight, working on my rep range. I am not trying to make working out in the gym more difficult than it needs to be. And I also don't try and do every single movement every time in the gym, because I feel like when I was doing that before, it was just because I felt like I wanted to do every single thing possible to change my body as quickly as possible, and I don't look at movement like that. Like, yes, when I go to the gym, I'm working my legs, so I'm trying to build my glutes, I'm eating right, I'm lifting the weight that I need to be lifting, but I'm not hyper focusing on it. I'm not like stressing about the end result. I know that identifying as somebody who goes to the gym, over time her body will just be a result of that, and it already even is. And I don't do much, I don't stress myself out, I don't make it this whole entire thing. So I think especially when it comes to weightlifting or doing maybe one of your harder workouts, get out of your head with the story that you're telling yourself about how hard it needs to be, how much you need to do. Like, sticking to compound movements, being consistent over a certain amount of time, like a 6-month time frame. If you just show up and be consistent and get out of your way, you're gonna see results. But a lot of the times we don't see results because we keep starting and stopping. We're doing way too much, we're making it this huge entire thing, and it doesn't need to be. And the way that I like to make it not such a big thing is to, yes, get out of the story in my head, but also just have fun. So this morning I just put on some music. If you guys want all of my links to my Spotify playlist, I share them all the time on Instagram and you guys love them. I have a playlist for essentially everyone, but I love to just play some music, get into a cute workout set, get out of my head and enjoy my workout and not make it so difficult. So today I want to do deadlifts and reverse lunges. Those are the two movements that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do 5 sets of deadlifts, but because I am working up my weight on my deadlifts, I'm not doing a conventional deadlift because the plates are not going to touch the ground. So you'll basically not see me go all the way down, and that's really just working more of my hamstrings and my glutes, which is totally fine. It's what I want to be working on anyways. And every single set I'll be adding a little bit more weight and then lowering the rep range. That's just what I'm going to be doing. And then I'm going to probably work at the same weight for my reverse lunges because I can't do really heavy lunges yet. I make sure that I warm up on the treadmill. I do some dynamic stretching, so I'm just like moving my body, you'll see in the video. And then I do my working sets and then I stretch. Like, that's literally it. Workout set that I'm wearing is from Buff Bunny. You guys always know I wear everything from Buff Bunny essentially. I have been wearing these shorts literally for an entire year, every single leg day. Not these specific, like I have a bunch of these in different colors, but like this style of short, I love it. I'm just gonna wear a little sweater because I am a little bit cold like right now. Key for a good leg day is to have music, okay? When you're doing a hard workout, you need music. Even when it comes to a hot girl walk, you need a podcast. You know, you need certain things for different days. This is a non-negotiable, as well as my hip thrust. Actually, wait, I'm not even doing hip thrust today, so I don't even need to do it. If I was doing hip thrust, which is another compound move that I'll do on the next workout, I'll bring this and my bag with a sweat towel and some water. So let's do some legs.
I keep God first. I see evil, when I converse. Now today say, this how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns. Go, 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 go. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off. You living boring, I'm gonna set it off. Shooting, I'm scoring, I'm gonna set it off. Like soldiers torn, I'm gonna set it off. Son of God, no, I am not son of man. Blessings keep falling, the fingers keep coming in. I got you, but just know I'm texting like Uncle Sam. Left to the bank, you know that I'm coming in. We don't do it for the bands though, we don't do it for the clout. Legacy on the line, so I'm moving in and out. Seen good ones turn top dog, greedy ones get knocked off. I keep looking at the bench like I could never not ball. Coach keep me in the game, Curry deadly with the range. I keep looking in the mirror like, who is he? I'm insane. Who am I? He insane. Guess I ain't the one to blame. What's done is done, won't change. Time to live up to my name. Real will be real, fake gon' fall. Took time with this here, I'm made for a while. No sleep in the while, I won't fall. No sleep in the while, I want it all.
And we are back, and I just made my post-workout smoothie. This has 1.5 scoops of grass-fed vanilla whey protein, some athletic greens, which have like vitamins, minerals, probiotics in it. I put plain Greek yogurt, frozen blueberries, strawberries, and some ice. A little bit of orange juice, because it just makes it taste really good. I always add orange juice, just a little bit. I know it's like high in sugar, but I don't really care. And then I top it off with some grass-fed milk, because that's what I drink instead of like almond milk and stuff like that. And this is the most fueling thing post-workout that I probably could have. I usually have this after leg day because I'm usually just really hot, really hungry, and I don't feel like cooking anything. I still need to have a shower, but I did cool down a lot after the gym, so I just figured I would drink this really quickly, and then I'm gonna get into the shower and like finish my day. But I feel so good. I love starting my weeks off with a heavy leg day. I will probably do legs in about 2 days. I usually give myself 2 days in between to do it, but let's say the day I'm supposed to be doing legs, I'm either still sore or I have something else, I will do it. I am not somebody who is such a stickler, because the more that I'm a stickler for those type of things, the more I tend to fall off things. And you know, yes, although you want to go as consistent as possible, like, you know, every 2 days I'm going to do my legs or whatever like that, but what's really more important is you just not get in your own way and you stop being a perfectionist. I have gotten so many more results with my body, my mind, my soul, my entire life by dropping the need to be perfect. When I realize I can't do my leg day on the day that I did, and instead I'm doing a walk or I'm doing Pilates or whatever, I pick back up and I go the next day or I do whatever. And over time, when you have a full week of moving your body, you're gonna see results, you're gonna be strong, you're gonna be balanced, you're gonna just be happy in your life. So that's how I like to look at fitness and health now, and I'm just so much more happier, and I just feel like I actually enjoy it. So with that said, I will definitely be doing another walk. I love to walk throughout the days, so I'm gonna do a little bit of work. I'll go for a hot girl walk just around the water. I'll listen to a podcast or some music. I love to do that like every day regardless of what I'm doing, but I typically like to do something in the morning. And by the way, I do write my reps and my weights in my notes app in my phone just to make sure that I'm tracking it, because I am not going to the gym every single day. When I mean gym, I just mean like in my condo gym, weightlifting every single day. So sometimes I will forget if I do not write it down, even though I am only doing a few movements. So just a pro tip, if you are weightlifting, write your stuff down so that you can actually progress, so you can actually lift more weight, do more reps, see your body change in the gym, and make sure you fuel your body. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I'm really excited for what is planned tomorrow. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. morning. I am having not the best morning at all. Like completely just being transparent right now. I am going through it. So with that said, this morning I went for a hot girl walk after I could not stay focused when it came to anything. Journaling, anything really. So I went on a walk. I definitely felt better, came back, cried. Haven't really been doing anything other than that. I know that I'm going to feel better over time, but right now in this moment, I am not feeling good. And something that I've learned in yoga is you have to just be with it. And that is what I'm doing, although very uncomfortable. So I am about to actually go to hot yoga now, which was something I was excited to. I'm still excited to go. So I think I'm not looking at yoga right now to try and fix anything. I think just time will fix like my feelings and things, but it will be good for me to go. And I really do like hot yoga. So I'm not gonna be able to film. I can't film in the classroom and it's just me dripping sweat, really. But I will try and film when I get back. I do have a few calls like kind of right after, but I'll keep you guys updated, or maybe it'll just be tomorrow when I'm in a better mood. I don't really know. But anyways, maybe this is just your reminder that not every day you are going to feel good. Yesterday I was feeling so freaking amazing. And I think that also like when you are working through things in your life, there's gonna just be days where things don't feel the best, when things aren't working out, or when things feel like they're not working out, or you in your mind might have made mistakes or done like just things are messy. And I guess that's kind of like what I'm reminding myself of on these days, is like these days are also a part of the journey, although I don't want it to be a part of the journey. But I think when you are especially breaking through things in your life, there's just gonna be messy days, and that's one of them. So with that said, I'm gonna go to hot yoga and continue to embrace the day even though I don't want to. Wednesday. So as you saw, I went to Pilates this morning. I am very much so clearly feeling better than yesterday. I wish I could have like gotten a clip of like vlogging and hot yoga, but I genuinely cannot. So, and also yesterday was like, it was freaking snowing, okay, which is wild, but you know what? It's that time of year, right before like true spring comes, where we get like too much snow. So it is what it is. Yesterday was just hard, okay? And you know what? I knew that this was gonna happen if I was going to film like every morning, just showing you guys what I was gonna get up to in terms of like movement, because just like not every day is the same. And I think that when I used to be really obsessed with health and fitness in college, I would get so tough on myself when I would have those days where I felt like the world was like ending, and I either would just get super pissed off at myself for not being able to genuinely like pull through and go to the gym, which would then cycle me into this like self-sabotaging behavior because I'd be a perfectionist. So if I didn't go to the gym, I would be like, oh my God, all my progress is ruined. And then I would kind of like spiral and not get back on track for like days and days at a time. Or I would literally just get mad at myself the whole entire time. And like yesterday, I was able to still go to hot yoga. It was, I'm not joking, the hardest. It was like one of those, the hardest days I've had in a while. And honestly, it just didn't help that I went to hot yoga, because hot yoga is really hard. And so I was like processing emotions at the same time I was doing really hot, hard yoga, but I knew it was a challenge for me and I knew that I could do it. And it was like so much of me coaching myself through all of the ranges of emotions and feelings that I was feeling all throughout the 60 minutes. And, you know, I wasn't like all fixed after my workout. Like I didn't go to the workout to work on these things. Like it was already scheduled, but it was hard. And, you know, a lesson that I've been really learning in my life right now is like, you have to just be nicer to yourself. You have to just accept the fact that there's gonna be days in your weeks where you're not gonna have the most motivation, whether that does come to working out or just like life in general. And it doesn't mean that you are weak if you can't do it, but it also doesn't mean that you have to give up. Like you can do hard things. I was telling myself through the whole entire yoga class, like every second my mind wanted to go back to all of the stressors in my life and worry about it and make me feel like I can't do it. And you know what? I did. It was not easy, but I did it. So anyways, I am just getting ready because I'm going to record a podcast episode after I have my one-on-one client. By the way, I do have one-on-one sessions if you ever are looking to get some help with any sort of limiting beliefs, you need advice, you're really going through something in your life right now and you want to work through it with me. I have all the details for how to work with me down below, but I do work with people basically every single week and a lot of them are returning clients. Like I've been working with them for months and months and months. So my session is one of those, which I love. I just love meeting with you guys every single week, like, and just working through shit and watching you guys grow. So anyways, I'm gonna get ready and do that. And then I'm gonna record a podcast episode because I feel like I have like a pretty big download from just the past week, I would say, but mainly from yesterday. And I want to talk about forgiveness because a few of you guys actually did ask me to talk about it. And if you guys don't know and you're new here, I do have a podcast channel, the Glow Up Seekers podcast. So you can go watch that if you have binged the rest of my content on my main channel. And also it is available on audio if you don't want to watch. As I said, I went to Pilates today, which is good. It was a really good workout. Like Pilates doesn't make me super, I don't know, like sweaty or anything like that, but it is something that I love to do. I am canceling my membership after these few classes because, like, I think I said this, actually I don't know, I think it was in the last episode or the last video. I'm doing ClassPass, so I have it now. I've gotten a membership, and if you guys want free credits, sign up with my link down below and you'll be able to get free credits because I actually think it's the best thing. Like I'm so mad at myself for not using it earlier. It's not sponsored, but I do get, I think, credits as well if you guys sign up, but genuinely, like I recommend it even if I didn't get any credits because it's just such a good price for how many classes that I'm getting. Like right now, my Pilates studio, I love it. They're not on ClassPass, but my Pilates studio, I'm paying, I don't even remember what the membership is. It's definitely over $150 for 4 classes a month. So I can only go to Pilates once a week and it's that much. But with ClassPass, this most basic membership is $79, so like $80. So it's way cheaper than what I'm already paying. And I'm definitely able to do more than 4 classes because most of the classes that I'm booking are like 6 credits, 7 credits. Sometimes they do like a discount where it's usually 12 credits, but then they like give it to you for 6. So I'm able to book so many more classes for way cheaper. So I'm like, why not? And right now, honestly, the main reason why I did start doing ClassPass too, it was kind of like I was a little bit over Pilates. I was doing Pilates Reformer all of winter. So I feel like I need a like switch up, and I'm obsessed with hot yoga right now. It's like such a challenge and such a workout and I freaking love it. Like, I don't know, I think everyone loves a good sweat. So if you are like on a budget, I would really highly suggest checking out ClassPass because, you know, workout classes are fun. And I know not everyone can afford that and stuff. And there's so many free classes online. Like I've been there. I didn't always have money to like go to Pilates even, or even be able to pay for ClassPass. And when I didn't, I would find like, there's this one girl, her name is Sydney Cummings. I used to follow all of her workout plans on YouTube. She still has YouTube, so go check her out. And she's huge, and she has like 30-day challenges. She has like literally she has playlists for workouts depending on the area of your body that you want to work on. Ones if you have equipment, ones if you have no equipment, like everything. I'm pretty sure she's also been pregnant, so she probably has a lot of workouts like for her pregnancy and stuff. I don't know. I think that she is one of the best. Like I know that there's a lot of girls on YouTube, and no shade to them, but some of them are just very like, get abs in like 3 days, and like that's not even really how it works. But she comes from a very much so scientific personal training background, and I know that because I used to be a personal trainer, so it's very clear that the way that she programs her workouts the best that she can for obviously catering to a wide variety of people. She does a really good job at structuring. And there's also people who have like yoga and Pilates. Like there's so many things that you can do. So don't ever feel like you can't be somebody who takes care of themselves every morning or every night or every day in some sense, because there are lots of free resources that you can find. If you're watching my video right now, there's people on YouTube that you can be watching. And for me, what I like to do is when I do have workout classes, I always make sure to walk. I walk everywhere all the time anyways. I hate going on Ubers because I just get car sick. But in general, a walk to me is like nothing. It's like really fun. I'll just listen to a podcast or whatever I'll do. So I've gotten really used to walking. I got really used to walking throughout the pandemic. And also when I had hand pain during the pandemic, there was nothing else that I could really do other than like certain workouts and lots of walks. And it just mentally like made me sane again. Like I would walk like hours on end. I would do like 3 separate 1-hour walks around this like suburb area that I used to live in, and I would listen to podcasts, listen to music, I would visualize, I would think positive thoughts. Like I remember walking through this neighborhood and they had beautiful huge homes, and I love that. Like a big suburban home to me is like music to my nervous system, to my ears, to my everything. It makes me feel so safe. Like I will one day be living in one of those homes. Ever since I was little, like that's always been a thing. But there was some new developments, like they'd be actually building new houses around this area. And every time that I would pass a house, I would just remind myself, like, when this house is gonna be done, and it's gonna be done because they're building the house, I'm gonna be out of hand pain. Things are gonna change, things are gonna grow, blah, blah, blah. And every single day I would walk past it, I would be positively thinking, I'd be working on my mental health, like I did everything that I needed to do. And just one day I just realized, like, this house is built and I am better. And isn't that fucking beautiful? And I think sometimes we just don't look at things like that because we're so obsessed with like, when is it gonna come? When is things are gonna change? When am I gonna be out of this uncomfortable state? And thinking about when I was in hot yoga, like I didn't want to be there. I wanted to run and be anxious and obsess over whatever it was that I was obsessing over and just like ruminate and think. But I knew like that's not gonna get me anywhere closer to where I want to be, which is out of this discomfort right now, and I have to move through this. And you know, you can do this. You can be your own best friend in this moment. You can talk to yourself. You can, you know, get yourself through it, whatever. And eventually I got myself through it by talking to myself and reminding myself this is not gonna be like this forever. I'm not gonna feel uncomfortable forever. And I think that's been something that's really helped me in my life in general, regardless of what I'm doing, whether it's anything to do with fitness or health or healing, relationship stuff, anything, is a lot of self-talk. Because at the end of the day, we are always talking to ourselves, whether we know it or not. We're always telling ourselves a story of how hard things are gonna be or how I can't do it. And in those moments when it's hard or when you're not motivated or you feel like you're not getting progress in the gym or, you know, your health is not changing, you have to be the one to tell yourself it's gonna change. It's gonna change. Stop worrying about what's currently happening in your circumstance right now. All of the 3D mess that's happening, everything is changing. When your body doesn't look the way that you want it to, tell yourself it's changing. I'm gonna continue to go. I'm gonna continue to fight for myself. I'm gonna continue to get up. And the way that you do get results in your life is getting past those times where, yeah, you don't like what you see in the mirror all the time, or you don't like what's being presented in your reality. Well, guess what? The way that your body's gonna change, the way that your circumstances are gonna change in your life is not gonna be from a place of you giving up. It's not. It's not gonna come from a place of you obsessing and feeling like shit. And I know it's like the biggest battle ever, like especially when you're going through it. Like I was going through it yesterday, but I knew, I'm like, I gotta be strong. And being strong also doesn't mean you have to be perfect. That is what I'm gonna be talking about on today's episode, actually, about how, like, you know, you're a human being. You're gonna have days where you fucking break. It doesn't mean that you're falling down. It doesn't mean that you've messed anything up. And I think that's really important for people who do take a lot of responsibility over their own lives. And, you know, you're working towards your dream self and your goals and things like that. You know, as much as we wish sometimes like change will be very linear, like, you know, going to the gym every single day and like working on your goals, your health goals, your relationship, everything, money, everything. We just want it to be like this one linear thing. And then sometimes we have a day where we're kind of like, we can't use logic to help us feel any better. And then we like crash, crumble, we don't go to the gym, we feel like shit, whatever. Don't beat yourself up for it. You are normal, you are human, you are allowed to not be perfect. It literally is not possible for us to be perfect anyways, although we forget that. But just remind yourself, like, you're not ruining your progress because you went off your diet, or you not ruining your progress because you didn't go to the gym today. The reason why it's important for you to say that is because then you can easily get back up. And some people might be like, well, if I tell myself that, then I'm never gonna like get up if I ease up on myself, if I be nice to myself. It's like, really? That's actually not true, because what happens when you quote unquote mess up, if you don't forgive yourself in a timely manner, I'm not trying to say like rush the forgiveness, but like if you don't eventually forgive yourself, you're gonna be staying in the dumps. You're just gonna stay where you're at. You're just gonna push off your goals. You're gonna procrastinate more. You're gonna eat more food because you feel like shit, because you are holding all of this shame and you won't release it from yourself. Release yourself of the shame, release yourself of the guilt, release yourself of like thinking you had to be perfect. You don't. And the more you do that, you will find you get up so much quicker. By the end of the night, I'm telling you, by the end of last night, after going through everything I went through, I felt so fucking on top of the world. By morning, I felt so much better. Things in my circumstance completely changed, okay? And I'm back here being able to have a conversation with you guys. So that's my rant. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna do a morning walk, but then we have a fun event, which I'm so excited. And I didn't even plan for this event to be like during this week of like workouts and stuff, but this event is gonna be a workout that I'm gonna be doing. So with that said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Good afternoon and happy Thursday. It is definitely past afternoon. It's 3:30, almost 4. This morning, as you saw, I went on a nice little cold hot girl walk. Oh my gosh, it was so cold. Like, we're getting past the last phase of it being cold in Canada right now, so I just have to just think in my head, like visualize and feel the warmth of my body, even though outside I'm freezing my ass off. I went for a quick little walk, and then I went to a new coffee shop near my place because I woke up this morning. This is a thing with every day is different. I woke up this morning, I felt really good. I did a guided meditation. I woke up a little bit earlier than I usually do, and I don't know, just like felt like I was still half asleep even as I got up and moved around. I ate food as soon as I woke up, and then I was like, I kind of want to go have a walk, because that's what I usually like to do after I eat, is to go for a walk. And then I might as well go get coffee because I want to obviously have a coffee, and maybe I'll just go to a new coffee shop and I'll journal at the coffee shop. So that's what I was doing at the coffee shop, was journaling a little bit and coming up with a few ideas for what I'm vlogging for the weekend and things like that. And then I came back, I had 2 really good meetings, and then I also went to go get my nails done. Look like this, very cute. And then I had a nap because I was so freaking tired, and now we're here. So I'm gonna be walking to the new Sweat and Tonic at the Well. So if you don't live in Toronto, you don't know what Sweat and Tonic is, it's essentially a yoga studio, spin class studio, like class studio where you can do hot yoga, Pilates, boxing, spin, like I just said. You can go into a hot sauna. They usually have like different rooms where you can go in and actually do work, like a lounge vibe. They have like smoothies and stuff that they sell. But recently they opened up a new one that is huge apparently. Absolutely stunning, with like meditation rooms and everything like bigger and better, at this place called The Well. And The Well, I guess, it's not really a shopping center, but it has stores. I'm gonna like get some clips, but it has stores, it has like beautiful new restaurants. There's this restaurant right at the top of the building called Aria, I believe, and I've been there, and the view's insane. You can see the CN Tower. The food was really good. So it's like a really new definitely gonna be more lively spot, especially in the summertime. But of course, this event is going to be there, and it's for a brand called Jublee Cannabis. I didn't even register in my head that it was a cannabis brand, because usually when I see events that I know that I want to go to, I kind of just say, yep, add me if there's a +1, whatever, and then I kind of just wait until the day. And I've never heard of this brand before, but I'm excited because I think that they're going to be showing us like their products and stuff, but we're going to be doing a hot yoga class right at the beginning. So it starts at 5. So we're gonna do the hot yoga class, and then afterwards they're gonna apparently be giving us smoothies and things like that. So I'm excited. I'm excited to hear about this brand too. And I guess to be transparent, I definitely had phases of my life where I would smoke weed. Like when I was 18, I had a phase of doing that. It was wild because I would literally be able to function so well. I would go to work and be fully functioning. I would go hang out with my friends, like some of my best friends, like when we all got cars, we would just be driving around the city, like listening to Drake, like smoking. It was just, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably had those moments and phases, and hopefully maybe actually you didn't, but I don't know. It's also legal here in Canada. It's been legal for a very long time, but I don't know. I don't look at weed as like a bad thing. There are times where I have like a weed pen that I will smoke if I am in a good state of mind, mentally, physically, emotionally. I really do believe that your mind, body, and soul is really gonna react to substances in different ways depending on like who you are in general, but like also the phases of life that you're going through. Like if I'm not going through something, like if I'm going through something hard, I should say, I'm not gonna go out and party. I barely even drink. Like when I do, it just kills me because I get so many hangovers, but then I just get anxiety the day after, which I never used to get. I would just get hangovers. So like I don't even want to do that to myself because it would just make the situation worse. And I try and use that same like logic when it comes to smoking. So it's not all the time that I do that. And if I do, it's like my weed pen, and usually what I do is I will put my headphones on and I will dance. I will get creative. I will come up with like so many ideas. I'll talk to my friends. Yeah, that's usually like what I do. So it's like more of like a fun, creative thing. But if I'm not in the space to even be able to do that, if I have things going on, I will not like ruin my sleep schedule. I will not do that. Like I don't, yeah. So anyways, I just figured I would say that. But I definitely am not somebody who is an addictive personality. Like I just don't have that. Like even when I was 18 and I was going through that phase, when I decided that I didn't want to smoke anymore, it was easy as that. It was easy as that to like throw out everything and just be done. So that would be the same even with like alcohol, even easier. But anyways, with that said, maybe I'll get some sort of infused something. Personally for me, cannabis does not make me sleep. It does not make me knock out. It just makes me think. It makes me get really creative. So I don't ever even try and like get any of these products in terms of like relaxation really, because it just doesn't seem to like work for me, but I would love to see what they have. So with that said, we're gonna walk there. Hot girl walk it there. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna wear this top from Buff Bunny, and then I have my long leggings from Buff Bunny, and I have my White Fox joggers, and I'm just gonna wear this hoodie because it's freezing out. And then I'm gonna bring like an extra pair of everything because if it's hot yoga, I'm gonna be sweating after, and because we have to basically stay after, I'm like, I'm gonna be gross and hot, I don't know. And then I will probably Uber back, but we will see. So let's go to Sweat and Tonic at the well. Hello, we are back. I ended up walking home as well. So we got a good solid, probably hour and 20 minutes in total all day probably that I walked, and then we did our yoga class. So that was really nice. Lots of movement. I'm really cold. I feel like my face is still like frozen. Don't know how often I'll go over there, like I said, but it was really cool. We went with the brand, and they are this edible company, but also they have body butters and stuff, which like I'll talk about in a second, which I didn't know that they had. And like, oh my gosh, this is the bath salts. I didn't realize they gave me those too. You know what? I freaking love this brand simply because we got to meet the founder. Like, the founder was there talking about all of his products, talking about where he derives every single ingredient. He even has like stories behind like this one blueberry lavender CBD slash THC slash CBN bite, where when he was younger, I forget where he said that he was living. I don't know if it was North Africa or somewhere else. He's been like all over the world. But his grandma used to make this blueberry and lavender like jam or jelly that she would put on their ice cream or something. I'm pretty sure it was ice cream at the end of the night to like calm them down, because lavender literally does calm you down. And so the story behind like one of their bites was kind of like this, and he has a lot of stories based off of each one as well. So I just think that's really cool because he seemed so connected to what he is doing on this planet Earth with his business. Not only are they having products that are super clean, but they're getting different ingredients based off of the location. So he was talking about how, I think in Norway, was it Norway or something? They had like certain wild blueberries, which I love, because I really do think, especially when it does come to these things, the more clean, the more local, the more anything is the best for you. And I'm not even just talking about like edibles or like, you know, weed stuff, things like that. But of course, like obviously eating local is better for you. Getting a grass-fed steak that is from Australia versus getting a grass-fed steak from where I am locally in my own city, or at least country, will be better. It just will. Even though a grass-fed steak would be great, the farther our food is away from us, and also the additives that are in our foods, they slowly lose their quote unquote, I don't want to say value because we have to eat, but you know, if you absolutely can get the most potent, the most clean ingredient type of thing, especially when it comes to these kind of things, I think is like so amazing. And I see myself one day when I'm like living in my beautiful home, I want to be eating even more local than I am now. I want to be more connected to the land, the nature, everything around me. And I think it's like slowly as I get older, I care more about those things. I definitely try not to be too obsessive over it, because I just, you know, it's expensive to eat freaking local. It's, you know, just not accessible to some people. Like, I totally know that. I still like live in that mindset sometimes because I have to be, you know, responsible with where I'm spending my money. Even having access to certain places that I think are like the best in my opinion when it comes to like quality of food can sometimes be difficult. But also, when I had less money than I do now, I was trying to keep up with eating super holistic and eating clean and this, that, because I learned how great it was for you, but it just wasn't realistic. And that created a lot of stress within me, and stress about life, stress about money, stress about the fact that you're not being perfect is as unhealthy for you as freaking McDonald's. So I got to a point in my life where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try the best that I can, but I'm not gonna stress about it. And not stressing about food, not stressing about everything really allows you, at least it allowed me, to not overeat maybe some of the foods that weren't like the best because I wasn't binge eating or emotionally eating. It allowed me to calm down and think clearly to get myself out of a financial crappy situation. Like, being stressed is literally not something that's going to help you get out of the crappy situation that you probably are in. And it sucks because the crappy situation that you're in is like causing a lot of stress, but it's like in order to get out of it, you kind of have to lower your stress as much as possible. Like, Anyways, I'm going on a rant, but that's just been my life, so I feel like I can speak very openly because I have been there. My life has not been even the way that it is now. And that's why I share so much online, is because I have lived in toxic environments. I've lived around addicts. I lost my dad. I was stressed, chronically stressed all the time throughout my life. I was anxious a lot. I was not a very out there social kid. I was nervous and shy and didn't have confidence and dated the wrong people and made really shitty financial situations, like really bad decisions, hated myself over and over and over and over again, had an eating disorder, had chronic illness, nerve pain, colitis, had it freaking all. Not really, obviously, but I went through it and I am literally so much better out of those situations, and things have changed. That's why I really started any sort of content in the first place, is because like I really have gone through a lot of things that I can now share with you guys, like working on my mental health and taking care of myself and getting out of my own way. Like those all came from literal life experiences of once being like that and then being able to like see the light and sharing that. And I talk about it a lot actually in my book, The Ultimate Glow Up Guide. If you guys don't know, I wrote a book and it came out in January. You can find it down below in my links on Amazon, depending on where you live. This was also like not planned. I just figured I would share this because I do talk about my story a little bit in here, and this is also a journal prompt guide in the second half as well. I talk a lot about self-sabotage and getting out of the cycle of constantly feeling like you are glowing up but not actually getting anywhere, and really getting to the root of self-hate and working on your inner critic that you have in your head, that a lot of us do, especially women. So anyways, yeah, like you can go find this at Indigo, Amazon, like Barnes and Noble's, link down below. Yeah, anyways, that was another rant. I haven't even showed you guys the, my gosh, the products. Like this is what I do, is all I do is talk. So there's obviously like different flavors, coconut and vanilla. It's crazy because it's like literal, there's THC in this for sure. Cherry and cacao, and then there's banana and chocolate. They also, by the way, like when we were there, they also gave us samples of every flavor without any THC or like CBD or anything in it, because I'm sure like some people didn't want to take it then and like maybe like leave it for, I don't know, like a bath night or whatever. We have an apple and matcha one, and then there's like the blue lavender. And guys, okay, so they also have bath salts. And by the way, if you see like redness on my lip right now, my skin is so sensitive, but you know what I think? Lately I've been really, not really itchy, but kind of like irritated and itchy. And I think it's because genuinely now the weather is changing, and I always go through a phase of like my skin adapting to more humidity in the air or less humidity, like things like that, now that the seasons are like finally changing. But that's fine because maybe we can use this. So yeah, there's THC and CBD in these bath salts, which are amazing, and they're so good. Like I love, if I get really sore from leg day, usually it's leg day, having a hot bath, watching some reality TV shows, bath salts, this is amazing. I cannot wait. And as you can see, they are pink looking, pink salt type of salts. And I also really do like the packaging. I think it's very aesthetic. And then they have a flowers and fur CBD body butter, which I will eat up. And when I mean my body will eat up a body butter in 3 seconds. When brands give me or send me body butters, that's probably like the first thing that I use is that, and skincare. And sometimes I go through it so fast that I don't even update people on Instagram. I just, all of a sudden it's finished, and then I post it and I'll be like, oh my God, I really love this. And I'm thinking in my head, people probably think that I'm lying, but I'm not. I just genuinely use the shit out of it, forgot to post it, and then I'll just like post it sometimes. Anyways, that was a rant as well. But with that said, I'm excited to try this one. Can't really see it, but it's just that. Anyways, my camera is getting all weird. It does that when it gets dark. So that was what I got. I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the night. I have legs tomorrow. I can't believe it's Friday already. It feels like this week has been so long and so weird. I can't wait to get this vlog out to you guys. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alexa, play UK rap Central C.
Shuffling the playlist, rediscover Central C and similar tracks on Amazon Music.
We'll take it. Let's go do legs.
Her skin cause she wanna be Kim in it. Alright. I know they got better, stop acting innocent.
Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off. Yo, squad shady, my bros raw. No breaks, we go, 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 go. Throw shade, that's a no, 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 no. Go high, go low, low, low. Like spinning in a 644. Cash money like 504. Ball like AD24. No sleep, need more, more, more. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I'm a real one, my day ones. Try to speak up, can't say nothing.
And we have made it to the end of the video / week. And I just made, let's see if you can see this, my post-workout meal, which I just warmed everything up really. Rice, broccoli, ground beef, and some cheddar cheese. What I did today was hip thrusts and my reverse lunges. I did stretch and like do a little bit more, but I just didn't figure I would film that because it was getting a little too long. Anyways, I am going to edit this vlog today and start a new vlog. And I'm excited about this vlog because we're gonna be talking about detaching, going ghost, and glowing up, okay? And I can't wait. But I hope this vlog just showed you that, you know, you can get through tough times. You can still take care of yourself when you're getting through tough times. Be loving to yourself when you're going through tough times, even if you can't take care of yourself. And nobody is perfect, not even me. Please let me know if you guys want me to do similar videos to this moving forward, because I was thinking like, what can I record next week? I kind of want to do the same style of every day I'm kind of picking up the camera, but maybe showing something different than my workouts because they're definitely just going to be the same for next week, but we will see. I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.